What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have Wilder World Wild up on the screen. This is the market cap chart. I don't own any of this, full disclosure, but it came as a request from my members, one of my members, and I do prioritize my member requests. So figured I'd share this with you guys as well. Market cap, reason we're using the market cap is you look back here, June 30th, 2021, June 28th, 2021. Right now, market cap is up 22x since that point in time. However, the price is even, right? This is that same exact moment in time, and price is all the way down there. What does it tell me? There's some kind of inflation in play for Wild, and I have to use the market cap chart. So I'm going to keep these pretty quick here. If you look at the count on the way up, I think Elliott waves are super important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that top was back there in November of 2021. And guys, we've pretty much just been in a range. Where's this thing at? We've pretty much just been in this range now for, when does that go back to? March of 2023, right? So we've made our way up into the retracements, did get up into the 618 area up here and rejected down. So what are we looking at right now across the board with alts? We're looking at this last high here, this December top for a lot of the altcoins, right? And we're looking to go a full extension of that in a proper alt season environment. So I do have the broader fib range drawn up. What I want to do next is I want to take that December high and I want to pull it down. Right now, we're at the current low. This is a crazy wick, a not natural price movement. So we're not going to worry about that for Wilder. But what we do see is where we're at right now. A full extension is going to take us up here to the 3618. Okay. The 2618 of the broader range right up here. You see that, right? Right up here, the 4236 of this, very close to the 2618 of this. The longer the range, the stronger the resistances and the supports. So coming in down right here with how this is broken down now, certainly looks like it's just going to be a three-wave move to get us up there because that's kind of what we're waiting on right now across the board in the markets. So we'd be looking for some sort of like A, back up to the local high, a B, settle back down into that top and some of these lower retracements, and then a C to take us up and away there. Now, what I need to make sure, typically, so this is similar to like a wave 3, 4, 5 right now that we're waiting on with different alts. Because this took out that low, though, it's going to be moving a little bit differently. Because the same amount of time should realistically just be 3 moves. So an ABC move up to there. Typically in this B wave or what would be fourth wave for a lot of others is we're looking at like a 50% drop. This is a higher or 35 to 50% drop. To get back into that high there, if we were to double top, is about 45%. All right. I don't hate that. The other thing we got to make sure of, though, is that the C wave cannot be shorter than the A wave. So you look there, you got a 9.7x, or excuse me, 10.7x, just to get back up to that last high from the B wave low to up here, closer to a 7x. If this were to go the full extension, bam, that is a perfectly clean ABC, right? But we have to wait to see what happens on this A wave. We're not saying it's for sure going to go up. This A wave could easily stop out a little bit lower in this region here. This could dip down a little bit. That C leg could still go off up to there, right? And then that suffices an ABC measurement from where that's at. So I say all that to say this, we got to see what comes out of this next wave here. And that'll help us kind of determine the length of the final wave, right? Especially after we get this drop. Because what we would want to do then is take fibs. We want to draw it out here, right? However big this drop ends up being, seeing if we can find even more confluence within that. So we're just waiting right now. So all that being said, what are we looking at? Let's just talk about our total targets here, right? Not too worried about how it gets there. Let's talk about our wave or our C wave targets. From where we're at right now, we're saying that we're looking up here. That would be a 40x, guys, from where we're at. But this is only a $35 million market cap, right? So not that crazy. The smaller market caps, like you saw what this thing did in the past. Look at that price appreciation here, right? This was in the matter of a few months. Let's see, November, late June to late November, 5 months. You saw that thing absolutely rip, right? So we just got to wait and see. So 39, we'll say 4,000% from where we're at right now. We have to take that price, extrapolate it over here, 4,000% from where we're at now. Where does that get us? Right up here to about 320. And you can see that that exact level here, we were stopped out there, rejected, and this ended up being we broke down, back tested, and went. So makes complete sense here for Wild. So if you notice, market cap, new all-time highs, price chart, not new all-time highs. So primarily right in there, we said we wanted this closer to 4,000. Let's see, how close can I get? Like $3.17, something like that. Right around there. All right. That's our primary in a blow off situation. Again, I don't know if I see a 65X coming out of this. It is a smaller cap coin. Saw that price movement back there. Let's see what that would be at 64, 68 from where we're at. That still doesn't give us a new all-time high. Right up there around like $5. So we're looking at 316 and $5. Again, no new all-time highs, but that would be a full extension of this range. One more thing I want to take a look at, this is already running longer than I wanted, is if we look at this entire thing, say this whole structure here is an A, B, C, and we're waiting on the C wave right now. Well, we know that distance-wise, it would have to be at least the length of the A wave. So what are we looking at here for the A wave? Give me... Man, this is a different, there we go. Different trading platform than I usually use. So you take that measurement there. What the hell? Why is it doing that? All right, forget you. We'll just do price measurement. You know, I don't understand. Let's try it this way. That's the distance. I don't know. This software is messing around with me right now, man. Should get us up there, you would think, into that level. What was this price? 16 to 500. Yeah, it's going to be pretty close. So either way, guys, fell off there at the end. I'm looking at my primary target being 316, blow off target being up there at $5. How would that look realistically on a price chart? Probably up into this level for these highs for an A, come back down to test these levels for a B, and then we go up there at a C. So let's say run up to, what is this? Run up to 90 cents, drop back down to 45 cents right here into these tops, and then one more wave. What does that look like from an actual measurement perspective? It's probably still just a little off. Not if we go all the way up. I should have cut this video a minute ago. Say that goes up to there. I'm trying to figure out, here, let's just do this. We were looking at that A wave there. What does that look like to get us up to there? 700% or an 8X on this first one. So let's say 700%. Pretty close to where we're at. Down to there. B wave drops down about 50% to these tops of the breakout level, and then we go on a C. So all that to say this, let's look for a run up to 50, a drop down to 25, and then a final blow off there to $3.16, which again, that'd be some pretty hefty price movement there. But just going to have to wait and see how this thing plays out. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys on this. Join the Quantum Circle. Real-time trades, 2 macro videos, guys. That's where all the alpha is. If you want to sleep better at night, head over there. Link to that in my bio. If not, if you could just follow, like, repost. I want to get this out to as many people as I can before it's too late. So hang in there. Hope you guys are doing all right. I'll talk to you soon.